Hey guys, and welcome to my patch notes review for the Game of Thrones edition. Starting out, I'm going to show you guys how to find the Porter Potty. Do be warned though that it is actually cheaper to just buy it from the store. Do not go to craft this, at least right now with the prices so high. Just buy it straight up from the store because it's going to cost you more buying the materials for it. It costs about 60k to craft and only 47k to buy. So definitely do not craft right now. I do want to warn you guys. Starting off, you can do the material craft cost versus the Porta Potty costs later on, but at least right now, today, it is way cheaper just to buy it. But if you guys want to know where it is to the west, so if you just go straight west of the hub, you will be able to find it. The easiest way to do this, I don't know why people are making it so complicated, like this guy did, and what I have done, just make your cornerstone have a giant pillar. Most people that have been playing since beta have this already, so if you have this already, just use it. That's the easiest way to go about it. Just take that up and then head west, and I'll just fast forward through this, and I will see you guys once I get there. Alright, so here it is. Once you touch the water, you will start taking damage. That's why I said to use the, this is not a good, that's not a good vial to use. That's why I said to use the pillar. I didn't take the entire pillar. You saw I just made it real quick, and then I went around, or I made it my cornerstone. I don't know why that was so hard to say. I made my cornerstone real quick, and then I just took it up. But that shows, like, you don't need even an entire, like, sized pillar. You can just go up a little bit. Once you touch the water, though, you will start taking damage. So if you need, you can use a jump ring. It's so cheap. Just buy a jump ring if you don't have a giant pillar or something. And here it is. Here's the adventure portal. I feel bad for those guys over there. They completely missed it. They didn't know where to go. But here it is. You can also see the compass above or you can see the location above my compass. It's at negative 2,623.24, around that area. And 90, I think, is the... Which one? Okay, and then it's around the 60. So it's negative 2624 and 60. That's what you gotta find. That's where it is located on the map. And here it is. It's the adventure portal. All you gotta do is take it. And to be honest, you have to go through all this trouble just to craft something that's way more expensive. So I would not do this for now. But then you get sent to a hub. This is pretty much a bare bones hub. I don't remember ever seeing this hub, even back in alpha. I remember I seen some people. I seen some people say this was from alpha, but I don't really remember, so I can't really say. And then you can look around the hub. This one says, Cubely says, this world won't last forever, so don't get too attached to it. That's kind of like the first tutorial that you got back in alpha, so I could see that this is from alpha, maybe. They did add cornerstones to it, though, which wasn't, and this was not there, I don't assume. This is probably a pre-alpha build, if anything. Right before it went to alpha, and they fixed it up a little bit for the general public. And this wasn't here either. This thing was not here either. But yeah, I mean, there's a little dragon thing here, saltwater Sam. Oh, okay, this was not here either. This is probably a pre-alpha build. Let's see, what's over here? What's this say? Danger, there was a cornerstone here, now it's gone. These are the new blocks that they added too. So yeah, this is probably supposed to look like an alpha build to troll people that weren't from alpha, because I'm from alpha and I'm 100% telling you this was not here. None of this was like this. It was basically what we have in the hub now. That's how the hub looked back in alpha. Nothing really changed. So this is where you craft the Porter Potty, though. It's gonna cost 2,000 shapestone, 300 fairy dust, 400 water, 500 steed feed, and 3 golden seashells. And then you could craft it. Super expensive, like 60 or 80k flux. It's ridiculous. But there you go. You craft it, and don't mind this stuff. This is for a future video. I should have thought about that. And there you go. That's the Porta Potty. And this is just the first thing. Just go crafted. Here it is. It's a toilet. It's an ugly mount, and takes a lot of effort. Just buy it from the marketplace, trust me. So there we go. That was just the first thing. Next up is the Chaos Chest. There is now the Bulldozer and the Chaos Chest, so that means this week is the week that you want to be buying it, because it's going to be cheap by Monday. And then Adventure Box Madness, should have shown that as well. You can see they brought back the Adventure Boxes again, and they doubled the drop rate of the boxes, but they also reduced it recently, so it's probably more than what it was by like 0.25%, but it's probably, you know, about the same as what it was before. But hey, all the adventure boxes are available now, not just the recent ones. Next up is game updates. Mimic blocks are now available, can be crafted through the cube converter. These are the blocks that I'm going to be probably spending the next couple hours fixing the club doing. So here they are, mimic blocks. They cost 5 formosite to craft 5, so they're about 1 formosite each. Meaning I have to buy a bunch of formosite. But yeah, these are the block stats once you put them on your hotbar. So we go zone restrict officer. Alright. So now you can see this is cornerstone blocks that I used to replace the blocks around it. And then I have the dark green grass, what I was trying to make up for grass when I was fixing up a club. And it was so horrible. It looks like, look at it. It looks so bad. It looks so uneven. So this is what this block is for. So that's why I said I'm going to probably spend a couple hours doing this. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I wonder if you... Okay. So, like I said, it takes the block of what it's next to. So you don't want these next to them. You want to put them right here. And there we go. Now it's grass. So that looks pretty cool. So make sure you don't do what I did and place it against the green block. You want to get rid of all of the mismatched blocks. That way it doesn't take the shape of it. And again, it goes horizontally first and then vertically. So don't worry about these blacks ones underneath. Because it's not going to take the shape of those, it's going to take the color, it's going to take the color of what's horizontal first. So that's the mimic blocks. I'll be spending a long time today doing that. And moving on, loot celebrations now occur for rare chaos chests and Trove of Wonders loot. This will announce to your world chat that you've unlocked something awesome. So they did switch it up. It used to, or at first it was going to be to all your clubs, and I guess they took words from people that have full clubs like me and the other people that were complaining about it. And now it's going to be world chat, not club chat, because that would be way too spammy. And also, it's only for Chaos Chest and Trove of Wonders. I remember there was one more thing that I talked about in my news video. I don't 100% remember, but it is just for Chaos Chest and Trove of Wonders, and it's a rare loot. I don't know, again, if it's only pertaining to Gonda and Chaos coins anymore, but I don't know if it's all rare loot or not. We'll have to see. Someone in the comments can just say that. The names of the original alpha supporters are now displayed in-game somewhere. We don't talk about Fight Club. I'm assuming that's somewhere in the hub, so it's available to all players to see. I didn't spend much time to look for it. I don't know what an alpha supporter is. I bought alpha, but I don't think... I only bought the cheapest pack, the $25 pack, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll make another video if I find it, and if it has my name on it, I'll make a video about that. But I doubt it because again, I only did the cheapest pack, and I don't think they count that as a supporter, even though you know it was from alpha. But we'll look around for it while I'm reading off stuff. The level requirement for the Skyrim loot has been lowered to 10. I don't know if I agree with this one. I know that it was very harsh in that they made the Skyrim loot only available for level 26 and above, meaning you couldn't farm Radiant Shards at all. But if they're going to allow level 10s to go in there and just get wrecked by Sky Giants, it's going to be kind of like misinformation, kind of. I don't know how you would say that. But like level 10s are going to go in there reading these patch notes and just get wrecked by Radiant Giants. So I don't think that was appropriate either. I think they just should have no loot like requirement and just let anybody go in there and get the loot that they want. I know level 10 is basically the same thing, but now that the fact that they put a numerical value on it, it's gonna encourage level 10s to go in there and try to get some loot out of it. So I don't know if I agree with that. I am glad that people can finally go back and farm some Radiant Shards. But again, I don't know if that was the way to do it. Moving on, reduce some qubit rewards for the Golden Thread tutorial. That is when you first log into the game. You know, the Golden Thread is the quests that appear in the top right up below your qubits bar. That is what that is pertaining to. You get less now, like we've been talking about. They're going to make just new players' lives hard. Moving on, since it was easy to sometimes list an item for the wrong price and not realize it, we added comma separators for prices listed on the marketplace. So you saw when I showed you earlier, now look at now it's down to 44k. Go buy one. Buy one from the market. But you can see it's 44k, and in the sell tab you can see, you know, 3k, 19k, 39k, and all that good stuff. So now they have commas to help people visualize it, I guess. It was pretty easy for me, but I guess not for everybody, because this is, again, a children's game, so I could understand a little bit. Jump stat now represents total number of jumps instead of number of air jumps, so falling off a ledge won't consume a jump. Let's see, did that change anything? Jump. No, it didn't change anything, at least on my stat sheet. Hello. And I can't find this thing. I don't think it's in the hub then. I don't know where it is. It's probably hidden, kind of like, maybe it was hidden in the Porta Potty hub and you had to fly off the map for that as well. I don't know why would you make alpha supporters so hard to find? Like, I don't get that. They supported your game and you're just gonna hide their name where nobody can find it. I'm pretty sure it's on Reddit or something. Somebody knows where it is. I just don't. Or I can't find it right now through the hub. But moving on. Sir Sebastian is now slightly slower. Let's see how slow he is. Again, making 65, so he has 5 less movement speed, but still making new players' lives miserable. I don't get their problem, but we'll move on. I already made an entire rant video on that, and it looks like almost the entire player base of Trove agrees on it, so we'll just move on from that. We won't talk about that in this video. The Vials tab under Collections Flasks have now been renamed to Flasks, so the Vial part was this, is what they're talking about. They meant this said Vials and now it says Flasks, because that's what it is. Vials are what it used to be called. In Capture the Flag Battle Arenas, the flag can now be returned by players who are carrying their opponent's flag. So that means if you're red and you're carrying the blue flag, but you kill the player that was carrying the red flag, you can now return it while also holding onto their flag, which just makes sense. Added unit price for items listed on the buy tab in the marketplace. This is actually pretty cool. Now I don't have to have my calculator pulled out the entire time. If you guys watch my my flipping series, you would know that I'm usually constantly using my calculator to calculate what the price is for things. Now it just easily tells you, so that's great. I also know a bunch of people are confused that didn't realize that there's calculators in this world, I guess. And they didn't know, they're like, how do you know the prices for everything? And I just said, calculators. Now people don't have to ask, I guess, if they don't know what a calculator is, and you can see now that it's 2.9 each. Wings now have a glide stat. The higher the stat, the slower you descend. I wonder if all the wings have the same glide stat. Let's see. So 100 glide, 100 glide, 100. Yeah, it's again a useless stat. Doesn't mean anything. It's just adding more numerical values to the game, which could confuse people in the long run. The only thing is that the Neophyte's wings are slower, and they also have less glide, meaning we can show them off. Once you're flying with these things, you're gonna fall to the ground pretty fast. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just heading straight for the floor while going straight. So I don't really know why, why they, put that stat there. I guess it's just to make new players' lives even more miserable and give them a lower stat, so that way they fall to the ground constantly. Should not be looking at that thing. So again, go watch that video if you want to know why they're doing this. The Master Rank 5 rings will have a lower glide stat, like we said. Wings given through Mastery are now under the Mastery heading in the Collections window. You just saw that. And in the character sheet, when switching to Mastery or Battle Level tabs, it will now auto-scroll to your current progress. So if I click my Mastery tab, it's going to scroll all the way to 300 instantly. And then this one, I'm only level 12, so it's just going to stay at the top. Even though this one's small, they'll probably add more battle levels later on. That's probably what it's for. Because you can see where I'm at just by scrolling down all the way. Trove Store. So added a new Sir Sebastian mount to the Trove Store, available for both credits and cubits. So here he is. He's going to be in the top left. So here he is. He's actually pretty cheap, which doesn't make sense because they just removed all of the other things that they said they were too cheap, and they didn't want them to be that cheap. And then they released this, and he's pretty cheap. So this is Sir Sebastian. He's the new mount, and he's 7.5k cubits. And then adjusted cubit prices in the Trove store to 10 times the number of credits. So now if it's 2.5k credits, it's 25k cubits. And then again for the mounts, where are the mounts at? Right here. So the mounts are 1625 credits, and then 16250 cubits. That's so hard for me to say. I always get them confused. But there you go. Again, raising the price of everything. They've already talked about this. Cubit costs of classes remain the same, so stock up now. if you guys don't know, classes will never be free to play again. There is absolutely no way at all, nothing that brings them free to play to the game besides mastery. They're going to add a little mastery class coin next week. But besides that, there is no other way to get them for free. So get them now, even though just last week in last week's patch notes, they told you guys to spend all your qubits on those mounts. That was on purpose. You guys might not know, but that was actually on purpose when they made all the old mounts half off last week. And they're like, buy them now. They're leaving forever. That was so that way you could spend all your qubits. That way this week you can't buy the classes. So that way next week you have to buy them for life money. So I know a lot of people don't notice that and probably didn't realize that. But yep, that is their point. That was why they did that last week. And now this week they're doing it, saying, oh, did you spend all your qubits last week? Well, too bad, because this is the last week to spend them on the classes, so I guess next week you just have to buy them for life money. That's their plan. So sorry, guys. I told as many people as I could, but yeah. See, yeah, that sucks. Some emblems have had their prices increased to unify pricing. So, just flasks. I already own all of them except for one. So there we go. It is 10k qubits instead of 6.5k. So again, I made that mastery guide. These are pretty much like pushed all the way to the back. These are the last things you want to buy with qubits. You want to get the mounts and stuff first, and then come back and buy these guys. And that's it for the Trove store. And now for bug fixes, we fixed an issue that caused black rectangles in the Chloromancer's Evergreen Evoker costume, and fixed an intra-club linked portals teleporting to invalid location, like they fixed last week, right? But yes, I know this was a very long one. There is a lot to talk about because a lot of it was not good changes. If you guys have noticed, if you've been listening and you've watched the entire video through, a lot of these changes weren't actually good, considering new players. But yes, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, even though it was long. I did include kind of a guide with the patch notes review to find the Porter Potty, even though don't buy it. Like I said, don't buy this thing, or don't craft it. Buy it from the marketplace. It's just going cheaper and cheaper. Right, like as you can see throughout the video, throughout these 10 minutes, it's dropped 4k. So yes, buy it from the marketplace, don't craft it. And that's my last little tip. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.